I haven't done how our hero does it for a while. Today is Wednesday, 8:11 a.m., 8/8/2018. The stress is still present. The leaf powder is gone. The last batch ended a couple days ago. So now I'm using store-bought edibles, which always suck. Because I don't know what kind of material they're using. And frankly, the kind of plant almost doesn't matter. What matters is what they're mixing it with or how they're extracting it. I got these weird gummies. I forget what dosage they said it was. I don't want to advertise it. I thought it was 10 milligrams, but 10 milligrams of what? Is that THC, CBDs, or is it just the cannabis itself? Yeah, there's all sorts of mumbo-jumbo legalese on here. I can't see where it says how much, but the recommended dosage was 1, and she said I would definitely feel it. And right now, this is after 2. So I have to take double the dosage, and I have to take it in the morning and in the evening. I only took it in the morning yesterday. Actually, it was kind of late afternoon, or mid-afternoon, whenever it was. Before noon, I think. I took one of each. One's sativa, one's indica. And there may have been a noticeable difference, but it's very minimal. So I've got 1 dose left of each, which means a day. But today I should find out from my other friend if his contacts saved the leaf powder. Because I mention it to my friends and then I don't want to nag, so I let it pass. You know, it's not every single time I see them. And who knows. And yes, the depression is getting to me too. The dose I missed, I didn't take late last night, definitely had an effect on me. Yeah, I really want to get the blepharitis out. I want to cry. And I still need to do the other videos, my official videos. Because one of them is to ask for help from my friends and heroes. Because I don't know what to do next. I mean, this doesn't happen too often. And then the other one is the full-blown EVC, engineering versus cosmology. And I don't want to start fights or arguments. I just want to point out this is what it is, and you guys are reading it wrong. And it seems to me that they would find that worthwhile. But I'm really stressed out about making the vids. Why? I've been making vids a long time. I find that things that have meaning really stress me out. If I assign meaning to something, it can stress me out. I remember getting on a plane, and it wasn't the first time, but it felt like the first time. And that was more or less a panic attack. And that's kind of how it feels. And it can trigger depression and migraines and constipation and stomach aches and nausea. I mean, sure, I got the brain damage, but they don't like to think about that when you talk to the doctors. Well, we've worked on that issue as much as we can. They can't really do anything about it. Or they won't. That's more likely. So you address things as if I'm not a brain tumor survivor, 29 years and counting. And it seems that a lot of my endo heroes have similar issues with their doctors. My hero Julie Mincone. Apparently she just got done having a string of surgeries. I haven't had a chance to voice chat with her, even though she's now got her internet. And sometime today, because that's what I told myself yesterday, but not on camera, I need to do these videos. And a recent journal entry was, if I were perfect, I wouldn't need to be doing this. I'd be living in a perfect world. So, I need to accept my imperfections. And I don't think you can really require or need others to do the same. And I don't know how to appropriately bring it up. It's like, hey, I got issues. Please don't take my tone personally. I don't know what to say. And then there's the part about not getting, taking your first step. Don't say, hey, I'm a worthless piece of shit, or I'm a broken person, or whatever it is. You don't want to start off with that. Although people will notice different things in me, and I don't know what they assume. I get the idea a lot of it's negative. But that's my own negativity. Why should I think that they think it's negative? Well, the reason for that is maybe I could come up with a better way of approaching people, introducing myself. I still have some turkey chili, freshly made this morning. I probably have a cup of coffee left. I may have poured it. So I'm gonna just deal with it the best I can, because that's what I keep telling all the heroes. That's not what I tell the heroes. I tell them to keep moving forward. I need to keep moving forward. No matter how fucking hard it is. Ugh. I mean, I can't let my issues keep me isolated all the fucking time. Yeah, if that means going outside, hanging out with friends, or shopping while I'm feeling miserable, then maybe that's just the way it's gotta be. Fortunately, I'm usually not around strangers without being with someone else. And I may be growing dependent on that. Certainly growing accustomed to it. I like people to be on my left side, because that's the ear I can hear in. You know? So I gotta sometimes physically hold their shoulder, make them stand still while I walk around, or push them over while I walk around, or whatever. And with friends, I can do that. Strangers, no. Just a wave of depression. No tears. Trying to get the blepharitis out. Don't want to be depressed, but it does help get the tears flowing. There are happy things that can get the tears flowing too. They're harder to think of when the sad reasons are so big. So you tap into that joy jar. And that ain't always easy. I was getting floods of joy for a while. That's because the medication was at the right level. And even these gummy edibles that I'm on right now, the strength is good, but the problem is whatever else is in there is also fucking with things. Or it could be. Or maybe it's just the plant. Who the fuck knows? The plant matter, when I get the leaves from an entire plant, I can get used to it. The last time I had 3 plants worth of leaf. And there were strength differences between them. Some of them I only used 5 scoops instead of 6. One of them, I think I was even using 4 scoops for a while. but it $40 for 5 days worth of meds is not doable. When before I was on the disability and Medicare and whatever, my limit was $40 a bottle. And a bottle would usually last a month for whatever med they were giving me. Figured that was my cap. That's just reasonable. Really, it should be $0, but you know, this is America in this day and age, or whatever. Money is everything. So, if I were to use these meds that were the strongest that they had to offer, that'd be $40 times 4. That's $160 a month. It can't be that significant. So some other videos I'm thinking of doing is one for the Danes, one for Julie, and maybe another one for the cannabis shops and growers. I think just baking leaf matter into your own recipe is the best way to go. Just too goddamn sensitive to everything else they put it in. But yeah, it was even great effort just to get this fucking camera charged up. I allow myself to stress about everything. Each micro step. I have not been taking my stomach pills. I haven't really needed them. And I'm suspecting that it's the change in environment. I'm not living under olive trees because I'm allergic to their pollen. And they spend a lot of time and effort once a week make sure their grass is nice and green and healthy. And I'm allergic to all types of grass. Plus, it was kind of a dumpy apartment anyways. And most of them are, because who wants to pay the maintenance? You know, keep the building going until it falls down. And whoever falls on, fuck them. That's the corporate attitude. At least that's my point of view of it. I haven't seen any documents. I do have dimples, shit. That's not a new discovery, but I just hate dimples. So what else can distract me from my objective? That's what I'm going to end up exploring, because I don't want to do this medicated. Either the plea to my hero friends or the EVC. Although sometimes I think maybe I should do it medicated, because that's kind of what it takes. but my throat is really dry, and I'm going to have to do something about that before doing the real videos. And it is odd that the video to the Friends and Heroes is kind of a warm-up to EVC. And I decided, well, I might need a warm-up to the warm-up, which is this video. And maybe more later. I don't know what I can do about the dry throat, though. I'm going to try my apple cider.